Welcome back everyone, it's Nicola Cairncross here, and I've had several emails and comments about yesterday's video. Basically from lots of my clients and ex-clients just saying, well, what do we do now then? Do we need to get rid of our stuff? And I've said, no, don't do anything in a hurry. The reason I take action so quickly is because I'm just one of those people. I'm at number 9 on the quick start, if you know about the Colby A index. Basically, I know that I've got another 3 months of hosting left, so I haven't deleted anything, I haven't got rid of anything. All I've done is gone and set up 3 new pages, which I'm just about to show you. In fact, I'm going to do a whole walkthrough in a minute of my new setup. But I know that my websites are still there behind the scenes, and I know I've got 3 months hosting left, so they'll stay there for that long. And I've also got another month left of for my hosting of my mailing list, so I know that that's still there as well, and all the automation's still set up. I've got a month to think about it essentially. But on last night's video being sent out through Substack, it got just as many visits to the video when it was first released on YouTube, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. So I think I'm still feeling like I've done the right thing. And you know, you can't say that reducing your overheads from over 500 a month down to about 30 a month is a bad thing. You just can't say it. So anyway, I'm going to give you a walk around now and we'll see what you think of it all. And I welcome questions. I'm not saying anyone has to do this, I'm just saying this is what is probably going to work for me. And the best thing of all is it will stop those brain farts in the middle of the night when I get up, have a great idea for a new website and a new marketing initiative, and I get up and I buy the domain name and I set up the website and I put all the content on the website, and then I do the terms and conditions and the privacy policy and all that stuff, and 2 weeks later I go off the boil on the idea. So it's really just to rein me in more than anything else. And we'll see what you think of what I've done, and if you think it's enough, or if you think I need to add something, then do let me know. I'll tell you the challenges I've had with it as well, so I won't hold anything back. Okay, well, welcome to my walkthrough of my new setup. I'm going to explain my thinking as I go. As I mentioned in the video yesterday, I've been battling against problems with Facebook, particularly for the last few years. And actually my NicolaCairncross.com was actually shadow banned from Google back in 2006, I think it was, because I had a book called The Money Gym, and they suddenly deemed that it was get rich quick, and that I shouldn't be allowed to promote it. So Facebook have jumped on the bandwagon a while ago. I was happily advertising with them, spending quite a bit of money, and they suddenly decided that I wasn't allowed to share NicolaCairncross.com or my Nicola@NicolaCairncross.com email on Facebook. And this was before any of this business with so-called pandemic recently. And then just recently, they've decided I can't share clicksandleads.com. And I was doing a really brisk trade in running 5-day challenges. And, it just really pissed me off, to be honest. And I'm just fed up with all of that. So you spend all your time trying to make beautiful websites and blog and share great content. You just get blocked for no reason of my own. Obviously I've been a bit outspoken on social media and stuff like that, but that's not how this country's supposed to function, is it? So I just got to the point where I was thinking, is it really worth it? And I've tried everything I can to get my search engine optimization up, but as you can see, on my Clicks and Leads website, I was really only getting about 60 users a month, and some of those were coming from various blog posts. So I can't say that it wasn't working, but these blog posts are ancient. I haven't managed to get any of my recent ones going at all. So I was definitely getting some traction with YouTube, and I thought, is there any point in sending traffic from YouTube to my website when it's not really converting? It wasn't converting to book sales. It wasn't really converting to opt-ins anymore. My expensive hosting was going to waste. My expensive mailing list hosting was going to waste. The thing is, I was able to send out my email every evening with a link to the new video. So I'm not saying it was a complete waste of money, but it really wasn't generating any of the sales to cover its own cost, really. So I thought, why am I doing all this? Why am I doing all this? Why don't I just carry on making the videos? Basically redirect all my domain names to a simple one-page website that I've come across recently called Card. And it, I really like it a lot, Card. Let me show you how it all works. And I thought,
I just had this idea after talking to my mentor that I'm just wasting money on overhead that I don't really need, because new clients tend to just contact me directly. I've had several this week, just literally either contact me in the comments of my YouTube videos and ask for an email, and they just wanted an email to set up an appointment to talk to me. So they're obviously not coming to the website and seeing there that they could opt in for free stuff and then get sent a link to my online diary if they wanted to book in to talk to me. So all of that was going by the wayside, and I just thought, what is the point of it all? Here is card, CARRD.co. It's one of those newfangled domain names. Basically, you get to choose a starting point, or you get to scroll down and look at their lovely templates. And they've got some really nice templates. And the very fact this website is so simple and clean and rather beautiful, I thought, oh, I could have one of those. So it's a bit like you can either have just a sort of business card online and buy your name as a domain name and point it at your business card online, or you can have a very simple set of pages, which is what I'm going to show you that I've got. So in order to be able to sell things online, and I still do want to have a page where I send people who want to join the Clicks and Leads Academy, because you do have to give people information about what they're going to get if they join. So I knew I needed a Clicks Lead Academy page. I needed a landing page where people can see at a glance what social media they can connect with me on, and how they could either email me or book in for a chat. So that's still quite important. But I certainly didn't need the clunky great websites that I was using, and especially not if Facebook wasn't going to let me share my URL. It was a bit pointless. So this is what I did. I went in and I chose one of their landing page templates, and I just decided to go for a really simple, sort of business cardy kind of look like this. Obviously, I've got my brand colours, the specific orange that I use, and the dark grey that I like as well. I mean, I either like things very dark, or I think that's a bit music biz of me, or I like things very bright and white and light and clean. So I'm going with this one for starters, because the Clicks and Leads website was quite dark and moody looking, and it worked very well on mobile. So I've just basically got a little statement, a little mission statement, if you like. I'm an author, speaker, digital marketing consultant, 25 years plus of experience helping aspiring and extraordinary entrepreneurs to create digital assets, online communities, and recurring revenue online. And if you go to my LinkedIn profile, not that I advise you do, because I never go over to LinkedIn, so don't like that platform. Then that's what you'll see. That's my after working with Helen Pritchard for a while, that was what I came up with. And you can see down here, if I look in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see what happens if I hover over that. It will open someone's mailing list client and send them an email straight to me. If they want to talk to me, that will take them straight to my Calendly, where you can actually, let's just show you that. I've got Calendly for a year anyway, so I won't be getting rid of that just yet. Basically, you can see that I host calls on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and I like Calendly. I mean, somebody I know said it was a little bit impersonal. He'd rather just email me and set up a meeting. But I prefer people to be able to set up meetings whenever they like, and I love it when someone's got Calendly. So I'd just go in and I would just pick the date that I want to talk to the person, and then I would pick the time that I wanted to speak to them. And let's just go for 1 o'clock. And then I can confirm it, and it'll tell you what to do next. And basically, it's hooked up to my Zoom, so you'll automatically get a Zoom link sent out to you once you've confirmed the meeting. These are just 15 minutes. They're what's called triage calls. So basically, I can just have a quick chat with you. I can say, okay, I think this is what you need to do. This is what you need to read, or you might benefit from a proper couple of 2-hour consultation, which is the other thing you can set up through my Calendly. And if you go, I think, yeah, there you go. If you Be Everywhere online consultation, podcast interviews, or 15-minute meetings. And I think Calendly, can't remember how much it is, $60 a year. It's not very much. So I'm just keeping this until it runs out, and then I'll make a decision on whether I use it enough to warrant its keep. Okay, so back to here, then that's the Calendly. Then this one is Amazon. It links through to my books on Amazon. I had a book page on my website where I gave away digital copies of my books, but nobody ever opted in for that. So did they ever find the page? I don't know. So let's just find if they go to Amazon. Now I'm wrangling a little bit with Amazon because I want them. It looks all right on desktop, but I can't get rid of this old podcast for a start, and I can't get rid of this old copy of the book here, or this one. So all of this is a little bit annoying in the fact that it's showing some stuff that I don't want it to show. But I'll figure that out in the end. It's been there for as long as God was a lad anyway, so I can't really worry about it too much. Back to here, that's just made me notice actually that I haven't got a favicon on this page yet. I'll have to sort that one out to add to the to-do list. This takes you to the YouTube channel, which you obviously know because you're watching this video on YouTube. And this takes you to the Clicks and Leads Academy page, which is another page on card that I set up yesterday afternoon, because you do really need a page telling people what they get at the Clicks and Leads Academy. And then the other thing I've done just here, I've just put a link to the members login on Thinkific. So let's just go there first. And basically, if people go to here, let's move that out of the way. This is the Thinkific, Clicks and Leads Academy at Thinkific. This is where all my training materials are. And there's a private members area as well. So if you arrive here, you've got the login opportunity top right. There's a login button on the front page. You've got to make things really, really blindingly obvious for people. It's got to be intuitive. And Sarah, my sister, is very good at helping websites become intuitive. So she walked through it today and gave me plenty of robust feedback, shall we call it. And if you click here at find out more, you go to the same page as if you click here. You'll end up on the Clicks and Leads Academy page on card. Now let's just go, there you go. So attract your ideal customers in under 2 hours a week. I was rounding it up there. You could do it in not less than that if you've got a VA. And basically I just clicked on, might have to change that color when you hover over it. But I mean, I'm not joking. I set this page up in about 2 hours. Basically, I had to go off and hunt down I was embedding the YouTube videos. And then I like these little things here. Jane Lewis, there you go, Jane. She'll be watching this. And Neil Asher, of course, who I have consults with about once a year. He goes away and actions everything and then comes back and tells me how many millions of dollars he's made, which is not a little bit annoying. But there you go. I love him, really. So what's included in the Clicks and Leads Academy is the Be Everywhere online training, step-by-step video training, questions answered by me, usually within 12 hours, if not immediately. And obviously, if you're in New Zealand, you have to wait for me to wake up. Members community area, it's a bit like a mini Facebook in there. And it's really very nice. Just a recent addition, but I think of it. And then as and when Zoom coaching. So rather than sitting there every Thursday morning waiting for people to turn up, and sometimes nobody did, because people have to be proactive and think about questions. So I thought much better would be to get them asking me questions in the community area, and then if I need to, we can spark up a Zoom call and I can record it and post it in the community area. It's usually things to do with showing people how to do stuff on their websites, for example. Nice little testimonial from Penny, and that's your investment, £2 a day. But it's paid monthly, and then there's 2 big discounts. If you want to commit and pay 6 months up front and then pay 6 further monthly installments, that's fine. You can save 10%. And if you want to commit to a year up front, and then you get a 30% discount. So, and then just the little links again to YouTube, Substack, YouTube. Is that YouTube? No, that's I don't know what that is. Oh, that's Instagram. That's the only other social media platform I'm on with any regularity. And then again to Amazon. Now, this was a little bit of a moment, because I thought you can't sell anything online without having a terms of use and a privacy policy. So I was thinking, how do I do that? Because I've only got 3. I didn't want to pay more than cards, $19 a year, which is unbelievably cheap, isn't it, when you think about it, for these 3 pages. So what I did was I copied over my terms of use and my privacy policy, and I put them on Google Docs, and then I went into Google Docs and I published them on the internet. So if I click on that, then you end up seeing my terms of use. I mean, really, whoever looks at people's terms of use anyway. What I really need to do is figure out how to make those open in a new window, because obviously you have to come back here then. So that's that. And then the next page is, let's get rid of that one. The next page is a thank you page, because my shopping cart, which is Thrive Cart, which I've got a lifetime membership for, you could use Stripe as well. You don't have to pay for Stripe until you actually take a payment. Shopping cart, Thrive Cart, is actually connected to Stripe. I could cut out the middleman if I wanted to, but the thing I like about Thrive Cart is it enables you to do discount vouchers and all that sort of stuff. You may well be able to use Stripe for those as well, so do check that out. If you don't want to go the whole hog and get a Stripe account just yet, free as it is, you could use something like, I think it's Gumroad, will enable you to take payments online. I'm not using PayPal anymore ever, matter of principle, mainly because they freeze people's accounts whenever they feel like it, and they've said that they could fine you £2,500 if you say something on social media that they don't like, which I found totally and utterly outrageous. So I'm making a point of principle never to use PayPal again. I've got Google Analytics. I mean, the only reason I upgraded to the $19 a year package here was because I wanted to put Google Analytics in and see if I'm actually getting any traffic. So yeah, so you don't even need to do that if you don't need Google Analytics. But do look through their pricing structure. You'll be very pleasantly surprised, I'm sure. So again, it's got the how to get in contact with me. It says, if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to hit the envelope below. So there you go, that'll fire off an email straight to me. And finally, at the end here, I put on a Substack, because once someone's joined up with the Academy, which is pretty much the only way they'll see this page, I want them to come over and join Substack as well. I ought to say that, actually. Yeah, I ought to say that. So I will do that. Right, now the question was, how do you then, instead of using your mailing list host to send out a link, how do you use Substack to do it? So let's go to, we can close that one now, we can close that one now. Here's my Substack account. Let's move that out of the way a little bit. And you'll see this is the one I sent out last night. So it literally is a combination of blog posts and a mailing list. So I imported when you set up your Substack, you get the option to import your mailing list. And I did import my mailing list, and they asked me, you know, have you got permission to mail these people? And I said, yes, I do, because I do. So when I created this blog post here, you'll see it's just like a blog post. I just put a picture in, linked the picture to my YouTube video, put another link here because people don't always realize that the picture is a link. Watch on YouTube here. So you've got to keep it really simple, tell people what to do. That's two of my biggest tips for you today. So literally click watch on YouTube. And when I scheduled this to go out 5 minutes after the YouTube video went public at 9 o'clock, it mailed all my mailing list. Now, do you want to see the results? My mailing list isn't big at the moment. It's only about 800 people. But let's show you. How do we do this? Let's go to dashboard. Okay, here we are. So this is the dashboard for the that particular post, and it's showing you that out of 853 recipients who got this by email, that's another thing you see. I was finding that if I sent it through ActiveCampaign, the pictures weren't showing up, so it would just arrive as a text document and no picture at the top. And I'm pretty sure that entices people to open the email if they see a glimpse of a picture on it. So you'll see that I get a 30% open rate. That's just over in 24 hours. And you'll see that 100% of the traffic sources came from email. 17 or 7% of openers click the link. So I can see how many people are going straight through. So when I look at my YouTube stats for this particular video, I can see that 7% of the views came from my Substack mailing list. And I got 2 likes on it. Oh no, that's the next one. I got 2 likes on that. So think of Substack, and the thing about Substack is you can also set it up so that people can pay you. They can pay you $5 a month or something to read your blog posts. You could have some blog posts for the general public and some for private members. So you could create a little membership site in here. And the other thing that I'm really excited about, although I haven't used it yet, is chat. They've just set up a chat thing. Let's have a look. Where is it? So you can set up all the different notifications, connect it to your Twitter so that it automatically publishes a blog post last night linking to my YouTube account. We've gone onto my Twitter account. You can subscribe to other people's stuff, and you can pay, you know, a small subscription to people who you appreciate. Oh, here we are. So it's offering me the chance to email people and say, join the subscriber chat. So I was thinking about doing it so that when I release a video, you can all jump in the Substack app and chat live with me. You know, it's a bit like the live premiere thing on YouTube, which never actually works because nobody ever comes, unless you're very, very famous, of course. So I'm thinking about how I can use this. So I've just not sent it out yet because I don't want to commit myself yet. I want people to get used to the emails coming from Substack first. So you can see that with Substack's free, unless you monetize it, unless you start charging people. Card is $19 a year, I think it is, but it's very, that basically, you don't need that level. You could have the 3 free pages without paying anything at all, and they're beautiful, and there's lots of lovely templates, and you can just scroll through and have a look at their templates. Let's see if we can do that. I think here it says choose a starting point, and that's where I go in to the back end of it. Yeah, there you go. So you can look at profile templates, all different kinds of those. I think I chose this one. You can look at landing pages, which is where I got the sales page for, so this one, sales page for the Clicks and Leads Academy. That's, yeah, quite a nice one. But there are light ones as well. You don't have to go with the dark ones. You can go with, whatever you like. And the other thing they've chosen colours for you, but you can actually go in and change the sort of main accent colour. There's a form. You can have a form that collects emails, gather customer feedback, and even sell stuff. Well, I don't need a form to sell stuff. There's a portfolio version, so if you just want to show off your photographs or whatever. And then there's a sectioned one. Oh, I didn't see that yesterday. One-page design that simulate multiple pages using section breaks for those occasions when a single page doesn't quite cut it. So if you want to have a long page that's got opt-in bits and sales bits and all that sort of stuff, then this would be the place to look and see if you wanted to use a sectioned. See, instead of using 3 separate pages, I could use a section page, yeah? But the thing I like about it is there's not too much choice. There's so much choice everywhere nowadays. It's so overwhelming and it's so difficult to do it, to make choices. But what I loved about this was I got up and running within a day. I could cut everything off now and be completely self-sufficient and only have costs of around £30 to £40 a month rather than over £500 a month, which is quite a saving, isn't it, in this day and age? Yeah, I think that's everything. I think I've shown you Substack. I've shown you Card. Yeah, I've had to go and put new links on the YouTube channel. Oh, that's what I wanted to show you, how you do it if you want to publish to a domain name. 1 second, let me show you that. Right, here we go. So down here, publish to a card.co URL if you haven't got a URL yet, or if you've got your own custom domain name, you click publish to a custom domain, and then if you scroll down, it will tell you the A record. You need both of these, by the way. And over at my domain name host, which is Namecheap, I just went into nicolacairncross.com because I wanted to use a different domain because, as I say, Facebook's blocked both Clicks and Leads and nicolacairncross.com, so I want to use a different one so I can share it on Facebook. So basically, I've got I'm using nicolacairncross.com. So instead of Nicola Cairn, and I pointed nicolacairncross.com and clicksandleads.com to nicolacairncross.com. So eventually all the traffic from those 2 websites will come over to nicolacairncross.com. And these are the things that I needed to put into my Namecheap hosting for that particular domain so that I could point I could literally just type in Nicola Cairncross and it would come straight to my card. And it literally would take you straight to my card. And it's secure. So look, even got security all set up for you. So I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool, and it's dirt cheap, and it looks beautiful. And that's what I look like with makeup on, by the way. long time ago.
Okay, so there you go. That's my new setup, and I'd love to know what you think of it in the comments underneath. I'd love to give you any help I possibly can. So if you want me to go and look at your website and see if I think that you could get rid of a lot of the cumbersome behind the scenes stuff, then I would be only too happy to do that. My only caveat is I can't do them privately because obviously that's my time, but I'm very happy to do website reviews if you let me show them on the channel here. I will be kind, I will be constructive, and you never know, you might pick up some customers or clients. So let me know in the comments below, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. And I'll see you tomorrow.